So, I think what I'd like to talk about today is humility. I've been hearing a lot about this in psychology circles because, of course, Buddhists were concerned with cultivating virtuous qualities. I think we can all acknowledge that humility is a virtuous quality, something we might want to characterize or cultivate in our lives. And so there's been this kind of discussion going around the email lists and things like this. How do we cultivate humility? And I started thinking about this, but when the question came up, to me, something seemed wrong about it. Just the whole question itself, it seemed wrong. How do we cultivate humility? You know, because I think of cultivating, I think we cultivate compassion. I think we cultivate gratitude. But I think of cultivating as building something up. I don't think humility is something we build up. So I started actually thinking about this. And it actually took me back to some Buddhist teachings that I'd heard about many times over the years, and particularly the teachings on interdependence. And I came away after thinking about that with the idea that I don't think humility is something that we cultivate. I think it's something that we realize when we're able to take maybe some of the delusion or the ideas or the self-centered thoughts or whatever kind of off. I heard it, this is the second time I've done this today. I was reading in a book on another kind of therapy, and they were talking about if you imagined these thoughts, like the self-centered thoughts, as your hands. And when we're trying to see and interact with the world, we imagine that they're like this. And it makes it very hard, right, then to do much of anything. So we need to kind of take it off. And I think one way we can do that around humility is to contemplate interdependence. So if ego is built at least partially around thoughts of, look at how good I am, or look at what I did, or look at how helpful I am, right? Look at how good I am if I'm a musician. Look at what a great musician I am. Look at whatever I am. I think that when we reduce it down to I, we're forgetting about our interdependence. We're forgetting about our interconnectedness. We're forgetting about, I think, what His Holiness talks about when he teaches the meditation on the kindness of others, or the unintended kindnesses of others, maybe we could call them. The idea that everything, no matter how good at anything we might be, no matter how much I may think I'm good at this or I'm good at that, or this is what makes me special or important, whatever I do that makes me look really special, all of that, whatever I'm doing, is occurring within a context of interconnectedness. And not just like the interconnectedness of I'm speaking now and you're listening, interconnectedness, right? Wouldn't this little talk I'm giving wouldn't be nearly so interesting if I was sitting at home alone in a room shut up together, but with myself. It's not just that, but it's the recognition that everything that makes it possible, the chair that I'm sitting on, the clothes that I'm wearing, the teaching I've got, the people who taught them, the people who taught them, the people who built the building, the people who created the structure, every part of it is due to the actions of other beings, or the efforts of other beings, or just the existence of other beings. And I think that when I was thinking about humility, what I came to is that humility is a realization. If we really get how it works, how it exists, how we are completely interconnected, and we're supported by all of these other beings and all this stuff that has nothing to do with us, then humility just arises because it just doesn't make sense any other way. Do you see that the only way to understand our contribution is in context. In the context of our own minds, in the context of our own interactions with others, and the way we manifest the qualities we're working to cultivate. So I guess I don't think we can cultivate humility. I think we can realize it by realizing that, whatever I'm doing, it's a result of all these unbelievable contributions that have been made by all these other beings. And it's a privilege to just be able to be a part of that and to maybe give something back. And I think when we recognize that, it just arises. I think that's it. So, thank you.